So we want to do an exercise here. We want to see how we can use the knowledge we've learned, how we can use that to filter some data. We want to use the flight data. So remember, we actually imported this data called flight. So this is the information about the data, the data set. So the data frame with column, we've got year, months, and day. We've got deep time, the actually departure time and arrival time. So the format is in hour, a minute, so or HMM. So it's 517. So this is the way it's been put here, 515, 517. So time, departure time, scheduled departure time, delay is got 2 minutes delay. So we got delayed departure, I mean the time it got delayed. We have carriers, two carriers, which is the we've got two carriers here. We've got United, the carriers is UA, United Airway, United Airlines, and AM is American Airlines. So this is UA is United and American Airlines. So these are the flight numbers. So the flight number is called the flight. So it's not showing everything. So it's got 336,766, and it's got 19 variables. It's got 10 num, that is to say plain 10 number. So that's called the tail num. We're not seeing those things here, but if you want to see them, you can view. And let's view the data. So that's going to be, let's view plots. So we can see he can see all of these things here. So then we have origin, means the origin and destination. Where did he start from, and where is he heading to? And we also have a distance covered. So the distance is going to cover is the air time, is the amount of time spent in the air, and is in minutes. So this is a distance covered, is an hour, and it's got minutes as well. And we have a time written here, when the date and the time, and hour means the scheduled date and hour of the flight as POSIX date. So along with the origin. So all of this information is needed before you can analyze your data. So as a data analyst, now you have a question saying that we want to filter. So the first one says we should filter. So we should filter. So I want you to listen, everyone. Filter the flights, filter the flights that departed in February. So you will study the I want you to pause the video and try to do it yourself. The months are written 1, 2, 3 to 12. So since it's saying it wants you to filter only the data, which only the flights which you had in February. So how would you do that? So remember we did a filtering here. So you said filter, then the data set name, then what you want to filter. So how do you do that? Let's write the code. So you said filter, that's the first thing to write. What's the name of your data set? Flight, write a comma. Then what do you want to filter? You want to filter month. So month, where the month is what? Where the month is equals to, it uses comparative. Month is equals to what? Is equals to 2. So the 2 is not actually is put as an integer. So sometimes it works for you. So now you filtered it. Now you have all the months here. So you can decide to give the data a name. You can say February, say February flight. February flight is equals to, then you copy this, So once you run it, once you give it a name, a variable, so next time you want to call it, you don't need to run it again. Just, there is a problem somewhere. So we can give it a name. We just say February. Oh, we didn't put a filter. Sorry. So we said February flight filter this. So we can put music package February flight. Then we use this filter flights. The comma months is equals to 2. So now it should work. So let's run it. So now it's stored in your global environment. Now the February flight is got 24,951 observation with 19 variables. If you want to compare these with what you had before, let's say for example, if you run the flight data itself is going to be larger than this, but now you've already made it smaller. So this is what the filtering actually does. The data itself was 336,000, but now you filtered out and you have only 24,951. So this is the power of filtering in R. So now let's do another one. Let's say we want to see the flights that were operated by United or American Airlines. You want to see flights operated by United or, remember we talked about the or before. So you filter the flights, remember to put your S, and you write comma. Then what you're going to write, you go and check the data. What is the name given to the flight's name is called carrier. So you write that exact name. If you don't write that exact name, it's gonna be wrong. So carrier is equals to is equals to UA. So and because this is actually a string, you have to put into quotation. And mind you, the other time, or we use a pipe. If you could still remember, we use a pipe for or. So this is how you do it. Then AA, because it says the two. We have some other carriers, which is B6 and the likes, but we want to filter only the flights which is either operated by United States, by United Airline or American Airline. So what you do, run it. So it says there was an error here. It says operation are not possible for numeric logical. Okay, let's try to leave it without putting this here. Let's try to leave this way. So let's run it again. So it's still having a problem. Say UA is not found. Is it not labeled UA? It's labeled UA. And we have some carriers even called the US. Okay, now let's do one first. Let's do for UA. For quotation. Filter flights. So now this is all of these carriers is UA. Is United Carrier, United Airways. So you will see everything you have is United Airways. So you can also give it, you can say UN flights. You can say UA flights. So you can give your filter data a name. So then is equals to, so you copy all of this. Copy all of this and you put it here. Do you see that? So every time when you run this now, it's gonna give you the values, the data you have. So you can also do the same for the other type of flight. So let's label that one AAU. Is it AU? Yeah, it's AA, American Airline, AA. You can say, let's put this here. So let's change this to AA flights, and we would say AA. So so let's run this and see what we're gonna have. So now is run. Sorry, we need to filter first. We cannot just give a name. Oh, he even That's amazing. What he actually did is he gave us the value without even filtering it. So that is to say, he went to filter directly. That's amazing. So this is it. So this is it. So we have 32,719. So let's give it a name. So let's say AA flight, A underscore flights. So is equals to, let's copy this with the value. So now if you run it again, it's gonna replace what you have here. So the value is the same. So it's a same value. So a flight is gone. The observation is gone. So this is amazing. So what about the flight that departed in summer, June, July, and August? So what about when you have multiple things? So what about flights? Flights. So another way to filter, let's say for example, you want to filter two things. You want to see the flight operated by United Airlines and American Airlines, or let's say or. So what do you do? The diplomat, we already called this before. So you want to record it again. So you want to filter, let's say you want to filter a carrier. So this is called pipe. We will talk about this later. We call this pipe in pipe. So you want to say, I want a carrier, and you want to put this in form of a matrix. You put C. So you want to put it in the form of a column. So you want to say, okay, you know what? I want you to filter for me all of the flights that is either AA or UA. So you put this. So when you run this, it's gonna filter. It says the carrier is not found. Is a carrier? Carrier is not found. It said object carrier is not found. Carrier is found. So let's run the flights again. So this is one of the problems with R. It keeps wanting you to run every time. So let's run it again. And we have a carrier. So let's say let's say filtered. Let's call this. So filtered flights is equals to flights pipe greater than pipe. So the meaning is I want you to give me filter flights, which is in between this, which is between the range of filter. I want to filter a carrier, which is in either AA or UA. So when you run it, then it's gonna filter it. So it's gonna name it filtered flights. So now you got 91,000. So if you want to view the filtered flights, you view it and say filtered flights. So you run it. So now it's gonna give you only the flight, which is either UA or AA. So it's not gonna give you another flight. So this is an amazing way to filter things in R. So we use dplyr for this. So but we're gonna talk about this pipe thing more after now. So we're just trying to show you some examples. Now we can also filter the flight that departed in summer. So you can also filter the flight. So the same way you filter, or you filter, you open parentheses, the data set is flight. And what do you want to filter? You want to filter the that departed in summer. So what do? You go to month. You have let's check it out if there is departure time a month. So this is just month. So and there is no departure time. So what do? It's pretty easy. So what is June, July, and August? So you use the same way. Say the first, you say month, say month. Let's try this first. Let's say month. June is 6. Month equals to 6, 7, and 8. Sometimes it's not gonna work this way. So it's not working that way. So what we need to do is the way we did the first one. So we would say uh filtered month, filtered month, then equals to flights, prime, call this prime, and then prime. So then we'll indent this. So, and we want to have, but the month is actually integers. Well, let's put this to quotation if it's gonna give you some problem. Coding in Python and R, they look similar, but is okay. Now we should use this. So let me try to. So month is comparing month to this. So and let's say flights, then we go into month. So it's a filtered month. So we said flight, then we put month here. So then we say month. So the month is in between. So this is what it means. Is in between. This is what is prime. Prime means in between these months here. So since you have an integer, there's no need to pull the just numbers. So just put parentheses, put 1 minute. I think it's not gonna work now. So let me copy this and use it. So okay. So we say month. In between. So what months do we want to use? We want to use 6. We want to have 7. We want to have 4. So let's try and run it now and see if it's gonna work. So it worked. So you call it filtered month. So it's got an observation. So if you want to view the filtered month, you'd say view filtered month. So you run it. So now you will see the months you have is only 6, 7, and 8. And it's more than 6, 7, and 8. So this is the way to know how many flights departed in summer. So summer is usually June, July, and August. So how many flights arrive more than 2 hours late? Arrive more than 2 hours late. So how many flights arrive more than 2 hours late? So where is it late arrival? So late arrival, it says departure time. Departure time is this. So this is departure delay. So you want to find the flights. So you want to find the flights. Let's write something. Flights that arrived more than 2 hours. So more than 2 hours, late. So the ones that arrive more than 2 hours late, how do you deal with them? So mind you, it's the late delay. Say arrival time, and this is arrival delay. So 2 hours is around since it's in minutes, so you have to say 60 minutes, 120 minutes. Let's see if there's any flight that arrive 120 minutes late. So now let's run it. Let's do the same filtering. So filtered late arrival, filtered late late arrival. So filtered late arrival is equals to flight pipe. So then we will filter. We want to filter the what? The carrier? Is it carrier? No. We want to filter the arrival delay. Arrival delay. Okay. So we want to see the arrival delay is in between the pipe is in. So we use what? Arrival delay is equals to. So equals to 120. Let's see. So let's run it. So flights is not found. So there's a bug in it. So now we got it. So now it says filtered late arrival is 166 and 19 variables. So if you want to view it, so view, you want to view the filtered late arrival. So you run it. So this is it. So these are the flights that arrived more than 2 hours late. They arrived more than 2 hours late. So what about if you want to know the ones among these filtered data which arrived late but did not leave late? Did not leave late. So what do you do? So you would say you will filter again. So you will filter. Now you're not filtering the main flight. You're gonna filter the one that late arrival but did not leave late. So if did not leave late means uh the partial time is 0. So this is how you do it. So you say when I will show you. So you say so filtered late arrival. Filtered late arrival. No departure delay. No dip. It's getting a bit longer. So mind you, you have to pick it from out of these filtered, not all the main data, isn't it? So you would pick it from the from these. Remember to put your pipe thing. So I will explain this better in the next video, but this is just a way to do a task with you so that you can have some better understanding. So is anything wrong in it? I don't think so. So now we want to filter. We want to filter the partial. We want to filter the delay. So we want to see the one that is not got any delay in did not leave late. So which is equals to 0. So which there is no departure delay. It's not having a value. So where it's not been late. So this is a very simple code to give you what you want. So now we have filter late arrival, so there's not. So there's no value. So if you want to view what your result is gonna tell you nothing. So view. So you run this, so it doesn't give anything. So this is amazing. So we can also continue to get some tasks. I would encourage you, departed, if you want to find flights that would delay more than 1 hour, but made up over 30 minutes on the flight. A flight departed between midnight and 6 a.m. So you can also find how many flights were canceled. So you can also find many other things using the Food Trade. So I hope you really enjoyed the video. Thank you very much.